Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So for this video, I'm going to show you a basic formula on how to calculate your macros. This video is actually inspired by someone on Instagram when they sent me a message asking me how to calculate their macros. They didn't understand how to figure it out. There's actually a lot of online formulas that would show you how to do it by just inputting your body weight, depending on what your goals are, if you're trying to cut or bulk. But this is just a basic formula you can do by hand to figure out. FYI though, this isn't an exact number for everyone because all of our bodies are different. Some of us have faster metabolism, some of us have slower metabolism, and it also depends on what our goals are, if we're on a bulk or a cut, and how much we exercise, things like that. So just take this as a basic formula that serves as a good starting point for calculating your macros. For this formula, it's for a 200-pound male that's on a slight bulk, and their daily calorie intake would be 3,000 calories. I got that by taking their weight, which is 200 pounds, and multiplying that by 15, and that gives you 3,000 calories. Once again, that's not an exact number for everybody. It just depends on how their metabolism is. It could be a lot higher or lower, but for just general purposes, let's go with their daily calorie intake for their bulk is 3,000 calorie, and they're going 1 gram of protein per body weight, which is 200 pounds. So yeah, I'm gonna zoom in so you can see better, and I'll break it down step by step. Stay tuned till the end and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, I zoomed in so you guys can see better. So once again, this formula is for a 200-pound male that's on a 3,000 calorie a day bulk, and to keep it simple, we're going with 1 gram of protein per body weight. So the numbers could be higher or lower depending on the person's metabolism and goals, but to keep this as simple as possible, we're going with a 200-pound male on a 3,000 calorie bulk and 1 gram of protein per body weight. So if they're going with 1 gram of protein per body weight, that's 200 grams of protein a day. But a formula I want you guys to remember and take away from this video is the 4-4-9 rule, which is 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, but also 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories, and 1 grams of fat is 9 calories. That's why they have the 4-4-9 rule. And since they're doing 200 grams of protein a day, that's how much protein they're getting for their macros. And you multiply that 200 times 4, because a gram of protein is 4 calories. So 200 times 4 is 800 calories. So out of the 3,000 calories, 800 of that is from protein. So remember, protein calories is 800. Okay, so now that we know how many calories is protein, let's go to the fats. For this formula, we're going with 0.4 gram of fats per body weight. So 200 times 0.4 give you 80 grams of fat. So that's how much fat they're going to eat for their macros. So the 80 grams of fat. Remember the 4-4-9 rule? 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So since we know that, and we know the fat is 80 grams, you take the 80 times 9, and that equals 720 calories. So 720 calories will be from fats. And since we know that we are getting 800 calories from protein, 720 calories from fats, you add them together, that's 1,520. So the protein calorie plus the fat calorie is 1,520. That's important because their daily calorie intake is 3,000 calories. We're going to use that to find out what their carbohydrates should be. So since we know their daily calorie intake is 3,000, and the sum of the protein plus fats is 1,520. You just subtract that from 3,000. So 3,000 minus 1,520 gives you 1,480. And the leftover calorie, that's the calorie for how much carbohydrates they'll be eating. And remember the 449 rule? 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories. 1 grams of fat is 9 calories. So since we added proteins and fats together and then subtracted by total calorie, we get 1,480. And that's the calories for carbohydrates. So since we know the calories for carbohydrates is 1,480, we just divide that by 4 because 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories. So 1,480 divided by 4 is 370 grams. So now we know the protein intake is 200 grams, their fat intake is 80 grams, their carbohydrate intake is 370 grams. So their protein is 26% of their total calories. Their fats is about 24%. And for the carbohydrate, it's about 50%. I rounded up a bit. And we know that because it's 800 calories for protein, 720 calories for fats, and 1,480 for carbohydrates, for a total of 3,000 calories. And that's a really simple and basic formula of how to calculate your macros. And once again, these numbers aren't exact. It's going to be different and vary by person to person, just depending on what their, metabolism is like, what their goals are. But this is just something that gives you a general starting point to figure out your macros. And an important thing to remember to take away from this is the 449 rule, where 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. Yeah, so that's basically it. That's a really basic formula on how to calculate your macros. I try to keep it as simple as possible, but yeah, once again, just keep in mind this isn't an exact number for everybody. It just gives you a good starting point to figure out how to calculate your macros. Say you're going with this formula and you're on the bulk, but you notice you're gaining weight way too fast. You could adjust it by lowering your daily calorie goal. Or you notice you're feeling a lot weaker because you're not eating enough. You could increase your calorie goal and just adjust it from there. I don't want you guys to do this and think it's an exact science for everybody, but it's just a basic formula to figure out how to calculate your macros. But one thing you should remember, I repeated several times, is the 449 rule, which is 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories, 1 gram of fats is 9 calories. And knowing that, and once you know how much protein you want to eat per body weight, it should be pretty easy to figure out what your macros are, or at least give you a starting point so you can adjust from there and figure it out. From there, you could always add more calories, you could always subtract more calories, you could always increase your protein. But knowing this basic formula just gives you a general idea on how to calculate it. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comment section if you calculate your macros. Let me know if this made any sense to you, if you got something out of it, or if it's too confusing. Also, if you want me to do more videos like this, let me know in the comment section below. I kind of just did this one real quick as a last minute video, so hopefully you found it helpful. Definitely like the video if you like it. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Subscribe if you want to see more. I do a lot of different types of videos in the fitness field. I do a lot of workouts, different burpees type videos, different verses with other content creator in the fitness industry. So yeah, thanks again for stopping by. I guess I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.